Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the future, strapping ourselves into a time machine fueled by statistics and trend lines, and blasting off to the year 2050. Our destination? China. So buckle up, because we're about to explore 10 bold predictions for China's economy in 2050. Let's get started. Picture this. The year is 2050. The world watches as China, the ancient civilization with a history stretching back millennia, officially claims the title of the world's largest economy. We're talking about a GDP potentially exceeding $50 trillion, dwarfing even the mighty US economy. What fuels this meteoric rise? A perfect storm of technological advancement and industrial expansion. China, already a manufacturing titan, is poised to become a technological superpower, leading the charge in fields like artificial intelligence, robotics, and renewable energy. It's about innovation, about becoming the global hub for cutting-edge technology and high-value manufacturing. But as with any climb to the top, there will be challenges. An aging population, shifting global dynamics, and the ever-present risk of economic bubbles are just some of the hurdles China will need to navigate on its path to economic dominance. Imagine a society where the elderly outnumber the young, where the workforce shrinks while the demand for healthcare and pensions skyrockets. That, my friends, is the demographic challenge facing China in 2050. The one-child policy, while effective in curbing population growth, has created a ticking time bomb. China's population is aging rapidly, with a shrinking pool of young workers to support a growing elderly population. Think of it like this: a seesaw struggling to find balance. On one side, the weight of an aging population demanding more resources, more healthcare, more support. On the other side, a shrinking workforce, struggling to maintain the economic engine that drives the nation. The government is already exploring solutions, from reforming the pension system to encouraging later retirement ages. Investing heavily in automation, robotics, and artificial intelligence, China seeks to create a future where machines, not just people, power its industries. The outcome will determine not just China's economic future, but the well-being of its people. Fast forward to 2050. Imagine a world where China isn't just the world's factory, but its laboratory, its think tank, its Silicon Valley. A world where the phrase "made in China" doesn't just signify mass production, but cutting-edge innovation. This isn't science fiction, folks. It's the very real ambition driving China's relentless push to become a technological superpower. We're talking about a future where China leads the world in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, and renewable energy. Imagine Chinese companies pioneering self-driving cars that navigate bustling megacities with ease. Picture AI-powered doctors diagnosing diseases with unprecedented accuracy, and personalized medicine tailored to your unique genetic makeup. China understands that in the 21st century, technological prowess equals economic power. So buckle up, because the future of technology is being written in China and the world is watching with bated breath. For decades, the world has known China as the factory of the world, churning out everything from smartphones to sneakers at unbeatable prices. But by 2050, that narrative, my friends, will be a relic of the past. Why? As China's economy matures, so too do its wages. The days of dirt-cheap labor are fading, replaced by a more skilled and therefore more expensive workforce. Add to that rising competition from other hungry economies in Southeast Asia, and you have a recipe for change. China's days as the undisputed king of low-cost manufacturing are numbered, but this isn't a cause for alarm. It's simply the natural evolution of an economy on the rise. China is shedding its old skin, moving away from its reliance on low-cost manufacturing and embracing a future driven by high-tech industries, automation, and innovation. The era of Made in China, signifying quality, innovation, and technological prowess, is just beginning. Picture this. The year is 2050. Walk down a street in any major Chinese city and you're no longer bombarded by just billboards for export goods. Instead, you see advertisements for luxury cars, designer fashion, and exotic vacations. This is China's shift from an export-driven model to one fueled by domestic consumption. By 2050, the growing middle class will flex their economic muscle. With higher incomes, Chinese consumers will be a force to be reckoned with. Now, it's the Chinese consumer's turn to shine. Imagine a world where the Chinese yuan stands toe-to-toe with the US dollar. Sound far-fetched? Perhaps. But by 2050 it might just become a reality. China is promoting the yuan in international trade and investment. Think of it like a patient game of chess. The Belt and Road Initiative is key, connecting China to the world. It's about building a financial network where the yuan reigns supreme. The BRICS Bank challenges the World Bank and IMF. With China at the helm, it offers an alternative to Western institutions. A dominant yuan gives China greater control over its financial destiny. The yuan is a dragon on the rise, reshaping global finance. Close your eyes and imagine this. The year is 2050. You're soaring above a Chinese megacity, a sprawling metropolis pulsating with life. This is a smart city, a symphony of technology and urban planning. By 2050, over 80% of China's population will call these AI-driven cities home. Think self-driving cars optimizing traffic flow. Imagine buildings draped in green producing fresh food. Solar panels gleam atop skyscrapers, powering homes with renewable energy. These smart cities tackle pollution, overcrowding, and resource scarcity. China's ambition is to create efficient, sustainable, and livable urban spaces. Remember those images of Chinese cities shrouded in smog, their skies choked by industrial pollution? Well, by 2050, that image might be as outdated as a rotary phone. Why? Because China is on a mission to become the world leader in renewable energy. This isn't just about cleaning up their act, folks. It's about economic dominance in the industries of the future. China understands that in a world grappling with climate change, the nations that control clean energy technologies will control the future. Imagine vast solar farms stretching across the Gobi Desert, harnessing the power of the sun to fuel China's growing energy needs. Picture wind turbines dotting the coastline, their blades churning out clean electricity. China is also investing heavily in nuclear power, developing safer, more efficient reactors to power their cities and industries. By becoming the global leader in renewable energy, China can reduce its reliance on polluting fossil fuels, combat climate change, and secure its position as a technological and economic superpower. Imagine a map of the world in 2050, crisscrossed by lines representing trade routes, infrastructure projects, and digital networks. At the center of this web, you'll find China, its economic and political influence extending to every corner of the globe. This isn't about colonization or military might, folks. It's about soft power, about using economic clout to forge partnerships and shape the global landscape. We're talking about massive foreign investments, particularly in developing countries across Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. Think roads, railways, ports, and power grids, all built with Chinese funding and expertise. China is also exporting its digital prowess, building 5G networks, developing e-commerce platforms, and investing in cutting-edge technologies in countries around the world. Concerns about debt-trap diplomacy, environmental degradation, and China's human rights record are legitimate and need to be addressed. China is stepping onto the world stage, using its economic might to shape the future of global trade, infrastructure, and technology. Imagine a tightrope walker, balancing precariously high above the ground. They're making their way across, step by careful step, but the rope beneath their feet is far from stable. That, my friends, is the challenge facing China's economy in 2050, maintaining growth while navigating the ever-present risk of economic bubbles. China's economy is a bit like a pressure cooker. Decades of rapid growth have led to incredible progress, but they've also created pockets of risk, areas where things could overheat and potentially explode. One such area is the real estate market. Sky-high property prices in major cities have fueled concerns about a bubble that, if burst, could send shockwaves through the entire economy. Many Chinese companies, particularly state-owned enterprises, are saddled with massive debts that could become unsustainable if economic growth slows. While China's government has a history of successfully guiding the economy, excessive intervention could stifle innovation and distort market forces. Navigating these risks will require a delicate balancing act, a combination of prudent economic policies, market reforms, and a willingness to address structural imbalances. So there you have it, 10 bold predictions for China's economy in 2050. From becoming the world's largest economy, to navigating the challenges of an aging population and technological disruption, The next few decades promise to be a period of immense transformation for China. The future is not predetermined, and China's path, like that of any nation, will be shaped by a myriad of factors, some predictable, others not. So, as we peer into the future, let's do so with a sense of curiosity, recognizing both the immense potential and the very real challenges that lie ahead.